Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform for the Singapore Grand Prix for round 6. I am one of your commentators for this evening, Malc. When with me, he's back. He's back. It is good to be back. For him is Max. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Hi Malc, hi everyone. Glad to be back from this short break last week, and really looking forward to seeing this race in Singapore. I think it will be really interesting.
Yeah, it should be interesting stuff, and we was going to go straight through to the standings quickly, but we can't wait any longer. We're going to go straight into the live feed. Where the commentators, not the commentators are not driving tonight, I do apologise, but the drivers are all set and going through the treacherous Singapore Grand Prix. I mean, don't get me wrong, mate, what's your thoughts of the track in general?
Well, I think it's really nice to see that this track is back on the calendar, because I think we meet that in 2021 and in 2020, so I really like this track. It's you have to be careful not touching the wall. It's also a really long race, so you have to be patient, waiting for the right time to overtake, for example. I think qualification is really important, so the drivers should give everything they've got really early on.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because last night's F2 race, they had mixed weather conditions. They had a wet race near the end, and it was a fanatic ending. It was just, you just could not get your eyes off it at all, and it was a classic race overall, to be fair. But this is the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, and we are watching some of the drivers who are just doing their laps now. Just watching JP2311 in that Mercedes has come up through the end of the first sector at 27.698. That's a good time, to be fair. So we'll just have to wait and see how everything is planned out. But we'll give you a bit of an update from last week's, because I know you're eager, Max. I know you're absolutely eager to find out what happened last week in the British Grand Prix itself. But we'll watch this JP2311 lap, and then we'll kick off with the latest updates from last week, and also to find out who's going to try and do well in this mad Singapore race itself. But JP's come up to the end of the second sector now, and he would have had he got a 106.185 on the second sector. But like I said, this track, even though there's only I think it's about 33 laps, it is still without doubt one of the longest tracks, especially when it's wet conditions as well. So, and it's invalidate his lap. He's invalidate his lap. That is not good news for JP. That is not good news for JP. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen from his perspective. But just for anyone, I will put up the tables again properly later, but I'm just doing it briefly, so while the drivers are still doing their laps. JPH, who are just watching now, he is in prime position because he is in the lead. He had he got second place last week, Max, but Jack of all trades, I call him now, Jack of all trades, so Jack TM53, he's 3 podiums in a row, so we have to watch out for him. The other Mercedes is just doing his outlap now. He's in second place. Bruce Lee, the other McLaren, who are doing fantastic in the constructors, Bruce is just doing his lap now. JPH, hello to everyone that's joined the chat. 139.683 is fourth place for JPH, but they're not great at qualifying in the drives. They've not been great with qualifying in the drives, but they did well in the wets last week in the British Grand Prix. So Max,
so you had a wet race last week.
Wet qualifying, but dry race.
I think it was the first time this season that we had wet conditions, because Sam is telling us that it's dry and dry.
Yeah.
So no rain expected for this race. I mean, we don't need the Singapore track in itself is good enough. Obviously, it's a little bit of fun to see rain condition, but driver will have a lot to do with the track itself, as I was saying. And Spillert, I think I don't know, maybe he crashed into the wall, but he will start from the back. And considering that with drivers, it's not going to be idle for him, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the drivers are all kicking in. They're coming in slowly through the pecking order. We've just got to see what's going to happen in the second sector for Cosmesi, who had a great race last week. He's got his first podium last week. Max, you missed out.
Great.
You missed out Cosmesi's jubilant scenes after his first ever podium in the British Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So it
might give him some confidence because he was really fighting at the front in different races. So it's really nice to see that he reached this podium finally. And he scored the pole position.
Yeah, I told you. Once you cross over the line to finish, you get your next chance of getting a podium, and then your next chance is getting get a pole position. Let's see if he can try and hold on, Max. Do you think he can hold on?
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, he will have a lot of different competitors, that's for sure. Because I think the level in F3 is pretty similar, especially with the top 5, top 6 drivers. So he will have a hard time winning that race, that's for sure. But if he's managed to start P1, yes, obviously it will be major advantage. But of course, I don't know if there was a safety car last week, but we had safety car basically every races so far in F3, so you have to deal with that as well.
I could not remember because it was so much action-packed galore. You just could not lose your eyes off it at all. Just watching Mikey doing his lap at the minute. Lister is saying I knew he got in first, so well done to him. Sam, as you mentioned earlier on, Max, with the weather conditions. Spud.
Oh, Cost, what happened?
Oh, what happened to Cost?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, he's crashed. He's crashed at the. I'll try to get the words right. I'm just trying to see. That nitric gas is getting close to where. Oh, he crashed to the wall. He crashed to the wall just before the bridge section, underneath the bridge.
Yeah, but he wasn't in pit lap. No, he already done his time. Yeah, I think he was going into the pit. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Really weird.
Yeah, really weird at all. But I'm hoping that will be. Correct me if I'm wrong, unless the rules have changed again. But you can't really lose your car or lose out so much because obviously with the fresh tyres. But that was probably because of the different scenarios itself. We'll have to wait and see. But again, hopefully that's not going to cost him a penalty itself. But hopefully not. We'll have to wait and see. Smoke says he must have got stuck on the curbs. That could be why. Could be why he got stuck. But he got stuck. But he got come off the track and went into the middle of it while we watched it from Nigel Gash's point of view while he's doing his lap. But I mean, from your experience in the driving side, Max, Singapore, you have to be at the right place at the right time. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was just watching Sir Spud is really struggling. He lost his. You can already see that Singapore. You really have to be careful because if you touch the wall, then you have to go into the pits. And considering we have like 50% race, only 31 laps, even if in Singapore it's quite long, then your race could be really complicated from this point. But I think it's a really challenging track. You have to go for it. You have to be fast, but staying out of this wall because even if you have like small damages to your front wing, it's not like you are in Monza, so it will cost you a lot. So yeah, you really have to qualify well. For Cost, he must be disgusted because he will not be able to defend that pole position for the moment he still have. But the drivers behind, they are not that far from him. They will have, I think, 2 attempts So yeah, I think it will be hard for him to keep that P1, and Party Trev is doing that. Wow, what a major improvement for Party Trev.
Oh! Party Trev.
6 tenths ahead. Wow.
6 tenths ahead for Party Trev. He really is on fire at the minute. But remember, every time when he's done well in the qualifying, he has not done well in the race. So we have to wait and see if that's going to be changing proportions in this race itself. As Kesa says, evening everyone, like you said, Malc, last night's F2 race was absolutely carnage. All it was about was being in the right place at the right time and picking the overtakes off carefully. Absolutely. Good evening to you, Rains. How you doing? He says, I must admit, Keza, you have some good wet weather skills. That was from F2. Just reading some of the comments. Smoke says, yeah, if the ride height is too low, it will bomb out of the curb and just spin as soon as the traction comes back. And Rain says, I'm sure the engineer advises their drivers to change on every other lap. Yeah, absolutely. And Smoke says to Reens, no, it's every 2 corners itself. So 6 minutes 27 left of the qualifying. Can anyone try and stop Party Trev with that fantastic lap of a 138.479? And JPH, who just misses out, you were right, Max. You got that reaction right, because that was so close for the McLaren driver by a tenth, to be fair. But I'm watching Jack at the minute doing his he's in the 3rd sector at the minute, so interested to see what he can try to do. Ooh.
Yeah, he's sliding. Yeah,
absolutely. And the car, that was it. The cars, well, the RP was mad last week with the back end of the cars was just unstable from all of them, but hopefully Jack can try and hold on with that car. Let's see what he can try and do. He's the 38. Oh, brilliant! Oh. Brilliant lap from Jack by 200ths, Max. 200ths of a second. That is unbelievable stuff. Who are you watching so far?
Yeah, we have major improvements. With GC Batigold, he was P2 at some point. He did a good improvement, but then we had Eric Pancakes putting the AlphaTauri next to his teammate well ahead up in the grid, and Jack Partitu of GPH really close between the top 3. You can see that Jack and GPH they are fighting for the title this year. I mean, they are P1 and P2 in the driver standings. I think GPH got 19 points ahead of Jack. So Jack, he really needs now to gain some points on GPH in order not to let him too far, like not to extend the gap between him and GPH and in the driver standing. So it's really important for him. For now, he's doing the job. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised about the gap between the first 3 drivers and the rest of the grid. Obviously, it's not over. They all will have another attempt, but really impressive from the top 3.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the minute. You are right about the gap between the first 3 and 4th place by 5 tenths. 5 tenths. Between 1st and 8th is a second. First and 8th. Oh, Melanade has moved up to 3rd. He moves us up to 3rd.
He's joining the party.
He's joined the party. Absolutely, he's joined Party Trev in the top 3 with Jack. Hopefully they'll stay on in the top 3. Sab is just invalidated his lap, but he did a 139.575. JP2311. Yellow flag, sector 3. That is a Ferrari. Might be O'Steven actually. O'Steven is just going through the pits and he has invalidated his lap. I do apologise for any technical faults that are going through quickly as possible with the changing of the drivers, because there's a glitch when someone joins. Unfortunately, I cannot do it through here as well. So, just reading some of the comments. Yeah, some people were mentioning about the Inters itself. But if you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. We are aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. We're aiming for at least 10 likes tonight, guys. It will be a massive help to myself, Malc, and Max on the commentators box, as well as this stream. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Max.
We have to mention something as well, is that Parc Fermé is off.
Yes.
So it means that the driver can really focus on the qualifying laps, qualifying setups in order to be as fast as possible, and then they will be able to change. And so you don't have to sacrifice the race for the qualification or the other way around. So I think it's really important because it means that during the race, well, not all the drivers will be equal, but at least they will choose their setup consequently because of the race and not considering the qualification as well. So yeah, it might leave something during the race, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out for these guys as well. So just wait and see what's going to happen in the next 2 minutes or so. 1 minute 45 left of the qualifying at the Singapore Grand Prix. It's been an absolute belter, absolute unbelievable stuff. I will sort out some technical issues with the cars. I do apologise for any technical faults. If you cannot hit the cars, I do apologise. We'll get that sorted for you as soon as possible while we just finish off with the qualifying. But yeah, just Bart, good evening to you, mate. Says, come on, Jolly. So Jolly is in 15th. He's not having a good lap, not good qualifying at the moment. Nigel Gash still in 12th. Does improve his time, but only by staying in 12th place. Let's have a look at Jolly now. But Max,
yeah, really surprised about the pace of Nitro Gash and Office Red, because they are 2 seconds behind Jack for the moment, and they used to show a strong pace. So maybe the track is not I don't know, like ideal for them. Maybe they don't like this track. It can happen. I mean, obviously, you don't have to be fast on every track on the calendar. It depends as well on the training that you can put during the week before the race. But those two drivers seem to struggle a bit, considering the pace they have shown before.
yeah, but remember, they may not be good in qualifying, but they may be good in the race pace itself. So once they master the qualifying, they'll be alright with the race pace itself. Let's see how Jolly can try and go through his lap. 14th place, he moves up to 14th place. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Qualifying has now stopped. So Jack and Melanie, they will not improve their laps because they are stuck in first and third. And JC Bat,
Wow.
JC Bat is absolutely flying by 400ths of a second ahead of Jack. But can Party Trev? Party Trev is purple. Party Trev is purple on the second sector. Can he try and master it on the third sector? This is the crucial point of it all. This is the most ones where you can't afford to make a silly mistake. And this is where I expect safety cars galore tonight. I expect safety cars because the wings are going to be absolutely gone.
GPH made a mistake, I think. Yeah. He was trying too hard.
He's trying too
So
hard.
it will be P5, I think, for him.
Oh, brilliant lap! Oh, brilliant lap there from Barney Trev by 3/10. By 3/10 of a second. Unbelievable stuff. He was purple on the second sector, but I wasn't sure if he was going to be quick enough on the third sector. But that looked smooth. And he nearly got to the 37s. Can Eric Pancakes spoil the party and into the top 3? No, he won't. He moves us up to 5th. He moves us up to 5th place. Offic Red, he will not improve his time. He will slow down. Same with Jolly, who's just done his lap. I think he's just slowing. Yeah, he's just slowing down. So what you see is what you're gonna get, guys, for the absolutely unbelievable qualifying lap. Pytrev in pole position, 138.161. Thank you very much. Can he try and hold on in first? That's a big question.
Well, Party Trev, I think he's like, I don't know, the champion of pole position for now. It must be like, I don't know, the fourth one of in this season in only 6 races. But he knows that he's fast, but he has to manage and trying to get that win. I'm pretty sure he will be able to do it during this season. In terms of a 1 lap pace, he's really on it. He's really I think the fastest driver in qualification situation.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you need to be at your very pace because of the consistency as well. That's the problem that with Polytrev this season is the consistency, not from the qualifying but also in the race itself. I'm just reading one of the comments, but I'll mention that in a minute. Here are your short qualifying classification for the Singapore Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform. Polytrev is in first, JC Bat second, good lap from him, Jack in third, Melanade fourth, Eric Pancakes fifth, JPH is in sixth, Cost Messi is seventh, JP 8th, Sab 9th, Bruce Lee 10th, Offic Red 11th, O'Steven 12th, Nigergash 13th, Suspud 14th, Mikey 15th, Jolly 16th, Tal 17th. I could not remember who was the 18th place, but yeah.
I think it was Fillers because he crashed at the beginning of the session.
Absolutely. So, just a sec, guys. We'll be right back just to sort out the issues. Make sure you can hear the cars as well. So just bear with me a sec, guys. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. We do apologise. Hopefully you can hear the cars now. Unfortunately, we haven't got much time. We're going to go straight into the race. There is no formation lap as what we know. Here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. And we are go, go, go! Who's had the great start? Who has had the great start at this stage? That's a mad start. It looks like JPH has dropped down to 6. No, he got himself back up to 6th place. But it looks like Polytrev has had a fantastic start. Bruce Lee's dropped us now. What's happened, Max?
Well, yeah. I think he managed to keep the car on track, but he was sliding too much, and he lost a lot of position.
Absolutely, and here we go. Lock up! Lock-up from the Mercedes. I thought that was a lock-up from the Mercedes, but I do apologise. That is not a lock-up. That was just a bit of a spark. JP2311 holding. Hopefully not. But there's a few drivers which I'm surprised have gone gambling on the mediums, while everyone else has gone for the hard tyres. It might be because they didn't get there because of the early. Someone's hit the. I think that's Cost. It is Cost Messi hit the wall. I don't know whether he's lost a bit of front wing damage. He has
with maybe Spud. So the qualification was a nightmare for Fillers, and the race doesn't look good. So yeah, and Polytrev, I mean, he really gambled with that medium strategy, and it might be working because apart from GPH, I know Steven back of the grid, he will be able to extend that gap to GC Batigol, and he doesn't have any driver in front of him. He's already gaining some time, so it looks good. It really looks good for now. I mean, it's only lap 2, but he will just hope for no safety car, as I've mentioned. But I think it's a really good call for Polytrev.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jack just like bonsai moment got ahead of Eric Pancakes, and JPH has also got the bonsai moment following Jack in that situation to move themselves up to 4th and 5th respectively. It is a one-stop strategy as long as the safety car does not kick in. As long as the safety car does not kick in, these guys will definitely do the one-stop. But it's just a matter of time what these guys can try and do. Polytrev is 1 minute 43.49 is the fastest lap of the race. So JPH is trying to get close to Jack in 4th place. But Max, who are you watching so far?
Yeah, Jack and GPH, this is a battle for the World Championship. Remember that they are P1 and P2, so it's really important. GPH with his medium tire, he will be able to put pressure on Jack. Jack, of course, his goal will be to defend, but he doesn't have, I think, DRS on Melonado, and GPH got that DRS, which is going to help him, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but, it will be tense battle, I think.
Yeah, just have to wait and see how everything is planned out at the moment, but still JBH is trying to close the gap. While that's going on, there's another battle between Norwich Gash and Tal for 12th and 13th place. We'll just have a quick look at that. Norwich Gash trying to close the gap, but can't do anything about it at the moment. So just wait and see. Rain says it's best to leave the predictions to the random number generators this time. Yes, I have not said anything at all, nor Max. I will get him quickly, of his top 3 quickly, what he's going to predict, but I'll bet he's going to pick the top 3 already now with Polly, Trev, JC Bat and Melanade. We'll have to wait and see, wink wink type stuff. So, yeah, just watching Norwich Gash is trying to use that DRS to full effect. Cannot do anything about it against Tal, who's trying to defend. Oh, Tal's made a mistake. 2 in a bend moment. We've got a 2 in a bend moment. Side by side. Oh, can Norwich Gash hold on? He can't. He cannot hold on. Tal's holding on for dear life. Stephen is in 14th place. JBH is getting close to Jack. So, absolutely
it's really close. Yeah, it's really close, but Jack he managed to reduce that gap on Melonado, so now he will also have DRS, which is going to help him, that's for sure, in his battle against GPH. I think as long as he's right behind Melonado, he will be safe, but he really needs to be careful, because I think GPH will maybe try something, but yeah, it's really hard. In Singapore, basically, you have, maybe 2 or yeah.
Rain says JBH has to clear all the hard runs in front, losing so much time to Polytrev. He is absolutely losing a lot of time. JBH just really needs to get a move on. He will lose out massively on the time to not only to Polytrev, but also his chances of a top 3 finish. Yellow flag set to 1. Still Jolly with a struggle at the minute. So here we go. They're coming up to the last corner now. Melanade still holding on. They're trying to catch up to JC Bat, who's just not messed about. Jack using that DRS, cannot do anything about it. But Melanade is holding on. He's holding on, Max.
Yeah, and I mean, same for Melonado, because as soon as he will lose DRS on GC Batigol, if he loses it, Jack will be right behind him, and he's really close. Will he make a move? Yes, no. He was thinking about it, I think, but he preferred to wait for the right opportunity. But those drivers are really close. 3 seconds between Partitreb and GC Batigol. It's not that much, but with only 5 laps into this race, Partitreb has managed to build that gap and it will be convenient toward the end of the race. But remember that Partitreb, he will have to pit before all the drivers, so he will come out maybe in the middle of different battles, etc. So eventually he will lose some time, and all the drivers will be quicker toward the end of the race. But he's really controlling the race, so it's looking good for him.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the minute. But Melanade is going to be under a lot of pressure with this DRS, but he will have that opportunity to use JC Bat as that springboard with that DRS itself. Jack or JPH got a great opportunity, but they need to get a good exit. Jolly's out. Jolly has retired in the pits. He has retired. Oh, Jack nearly went to the back of Melanade. Hopefully that's not going to compromise too much, but he is putting a lot of pressure on Melanade, but can't do anything about it. He needs to get a good exit. It looks like he had a great exit, but the problem is Melanade is using that DRS, but he's got a chance to make the move to the bend. We got a 2 to bend moment. Oh, the Mercedes cannot hold on. He cannot hold on. Melanade's got the inside line on the next corner. He has. I'll tell you what, Max. He is one lucky boy. At the minute.
What a nice defending from Melonado, because he didn't try to defend too hard, but it was sufficient enough to stay ahead of Jack, and he was under a lot of pressure. So nice battle between those two drivers.
Absolutely, and they're doing a fantastic job at the moment. Well, this is still going on. We'll watch this battle to see if they are going to get close, but I doubt it very much. Just have a look at the back of the grid quickly. We've got a 3-car battle between Sab, Offic Red, and Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Oh, Bruce Lee's got a great exit. Oh! Damn! Offic Red. I don't know if you saw that, Max, but Offic Red just completely stopped on the side of the track. He didn't want to battle with Bruce Lee at all.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, to be fair. Maybe he seemed to struggle a bit, so I don't know. Hope he didn't touch the wall, but yeah, he seems to be losing quite some time.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the minute. So just trying to see how everything is planned out.
Look between P2 and P5. It's crazy how close they are. And Jack once again really close from Melonado, but Melonado is really close as well from GC Batigal. Really try something. No, it's too far ahead, too far behind. And all of that different battles benefit from Partitrev, 4 seconds ahead, building that gap. Oh, and GPH, yeah, he had a moment here.
Yeah, he had a massive moment at the back in 5th place, but Melonade cannot do anything about it at the moment, but struggling at the minute to make this move.
Jack, really close. I'm sorry, Malc, to interrupt, but yeah, it was quite an unusual part of the track to try something, but Jack is really putting pressure under Melonado, but with the DRS he cannot do anything. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're stuck in that DRS train at the minute. They really are stuck on that DRS train. They can't do anything about it, but we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out as things stand. But still battling out with the top five still. Hopefully that's not going to compromise too much.
Well, GPH is definitely saving some ERS because he got like 85%, and the 3 drivers ahead, they all have around 20 to 30%. So
Melonade!
And oh no!
Melonade has lost it at the last corner.
Oh no, he was doing a fantastic job, but yeah, it's a really tricky last corner around Singapore when you can lose the car, and we just see that with Melonado. I mean, his P8, not sure if he had touched the wall or something, but he was fighting for a podium position. Now it will be difficult, that's for sure.
Yeah, so now Melonade will be absolutely fuming because he had a great opportunity to hold on into that top 3 itself. But just have to wait and see how everything plans out as things stand. But at the moment, on lap 8 of 31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, Partitrev is in first. Oh, so was yellow flags.
It's red.
Offic Red? Offic Red?
Yeah.
Offic Red has not lost the front wing, so he's alright at the moment. Towel is catching up to O'Steven, but recap of the standings as they stand. Partitrev is in first, JC Bat is in second, Jack is in third, JBH is in fourth, Cosmos in fifth, Eric Pancakes is in sixth, JB2311 is in seventh, Melonade is in eighth, Sab 9th, Bruce Lee 10th, Nitrogash 11th, O'Steven 12th, Towel 13th, Offic Red 14th, Mikey 15th, Smillers 16th, Spud 17th, and Jolly's the only one who's at the DNF in 18th place. Max.
Yeah, I don't know what the AlphaTauri drivers are doing, but I think maybe cost it will be I don't know, convenient to let his teammates overtake him because it seems to be a bit faster. But and yeah.
Yeah, we're both in sync with that, to be fair, because we did not expect that at all. JC Bat is under a lot of pressure from Jack in third place. Jolly is not happy. I think that's him. Rain says he's sliding out in every corner. Yeah. To be honest, we can't check from the visuals itself, that needs to be their very best, but with the cars itself. But hopefully we'll see some more battles, not only from the front, but also from the mid-pack. We've got about a 3-car battle between Melonade, Sab and Bruce Lee in 8th, 9th and 10th. Also
now between medium tires and hard tires, because we can see that GC Batigol is gaining a little bit of time. It's only 1/10 per lap, so it's not that huge, but he's gaining a bit on Party Trev. So Party Trev, at some point he will think, if he sees that the gap is keep reducing, maybe he will think about going into the pits, but knowing when to do it, it's another question.
Yeah.
And Jack is really close, really close. I think he will make the move.
He will make the move, and he has. He moves up to second place. He moves up to second place at the moment. So that's a good job. Has left the garage, and he's left second. Oh, JC!
Oh!
JC Bat holding on. He can't hold on for second place. Oh, contact! Oh no!
Oh, no!
Contact between the between JC and Jack
yeah.
as well. That is not good news for him at all.
This is not good news at all for Jack, because I don't know if he got. I think he got damage as well because he touched the wall with his front wing, and yeah. He's letting GP in front because he knows that he's got damage. He was fighting for the drivers championship, and now with GPH P2 it doesn't look good at all. So I don't know. It was I think it was I don't know. I think it was bold from GC Batigo to try to overtake Jack back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't want to make judgment or something like that. But yeah, it's a shame. It's really a shame because it was a nice battle between these two drivers.
But while that's happened, because of that mistake, JPH has got himself into second place, what he needed to do, which he should have done at least 5 laps ago, but he's already 5 seconds behind. And Jack, unfortunately for him, he's gone himself into the pits. He's going to have to go for the medium tyre and try and do a long stint. He might have to pit again unless he can hold those 20 laps. 20 laps on those medium tyres. It'll be a bit of a close one, shall we say, but you know me better than anything else, Max. Do you think he can hold on 20 laps on those medium tyres?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Honestly, that is all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need to find out whether it is going to happen or not with those 20 laps. But it's going to be tough, to be fair.
Yeah. It's terrible because if it had happened, I don't know, around lap 16 to 20, he would have gone for the medium, and then there will be no question about the strategy. But now it will be hard because if he decides to stay with the medium until the end of the race, he will struggle for sure. But it's really costly to pit another time as well. So I don't know. It's a really tricky situation from him. I think only a safety car could save his race, honestly. So he will have to hope, continues to fight, and pray a little bit maybe.
Yeah, have to wait and see how everything plans out. But at the moment, the only 2 battles we've got is Cost and Eric Pancakes, the 2 teammates, and also Jack and Tal for 13 and 14. And it looks like Jack, he needs to get ahead of Tal. As you can see, the 2 in a bed moment now. Jack needs to hold on, and no, Tal. Oh, close. I think there was a bit of contact, unless I'm mistaken. We'll have to look at. Oh no, there was no contact. Sorry, I thought there was a bit of contact from that perspective. But luckily, Jack has got on to 13th place. Let's go back to the top 5. But the 2 teammates of Cos Messi and Eric Pancakes in that Alpha Tauri, they need to sort themselves out what they're going to try and do. Will Eric Pancakes pass Cos Messi, or Cos Messi just holding on and let Eric Pancakes just join in the fun? But this is what I mean. You can't afford to lose out so much time on the guys ahead, because even though they're like, I think it's about 4 seconds, 3.5 to 4 seconds gap, you can't afford to lose out too much, Max.
Yeah, they're not that far from basically the podium position, and we have a yellow flag. I don't know who is it. Who is it? I don't know if you can see that on the track. Sector 1. No, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, for the AlphaTauri, I mean, it's really hard to tell that because you're from the same team that you should always allow your teammate, if he's faster, to overtake you. I can understand that in some situation it's yeah, I mean each driver from the team, they are doing their own race and that's it. But with the amount of time every pancake is losing, and I think it's like the situation is lasting for at least 6 to 7 laps, it would have make sense to let Eric Pancakes trying to beat that gap, and it maybe will help Cost to try to beat this gap as well. So I don't know, they've decided to stick to their position. I'm not the AlphaTauri manager, so I'm pretty sure they are doing what they think is the best.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the best moment for those two. Hopefully that's not going to compromise too much. JBH, he took a second off Poitrev since he got ahead into second place. But the gap is just holding on, just above 4 seconds. Jack with the fastest lap of the race at the moment, 142.242. Bruce Lee is challenging Saab for 8th place. Yeah, Melanie is getting close to JP, 2-3-1-1, and also the battle between obviously the two teammates of Cost and Eric Pancakes in 4th and 5th place. Max.
Yeah, Jack, I mean, I'm really impressed about his pace, because I think he was 7 seconds behind Mikey just 2 laps ago, and he's already behind him. So he will be able, I think, to score some points. There is a 18 seconds gap between Nitro Gash and Office Red, so it will not be that easy, but I think he's fighting for it for the moment.
Yeah,
and he's giving everything, you know. He's really fighting. So that's nice to see that even after this battle he had with Jesse Batigo, the contact, and then the damage to his front wing, he's still into his race, still trying to beat his pace, and he's showing that he got the skill around this track.
Absolutely, and it's an absolute belter for try and close the gap from Jack to try and get an opportunity of a lifetime to get himself back into this race. But he needs the safety car, really. Some of the drivers really need a safety car at this stage. Yeah. So Melanade's getting close to JP in 6th place. He's got a chance with the DRS. Can he make the move? He's going for the inside! He's got the inside, but JP's got the inside line on the next corner. I think he has just.
Touch.
Was there a touch?
Yeah. A touch between the front wing of Melonado, and I think it was the rear left tire of GP. So hopefully no damages for Melonado. But yeah, he really seems to be quicker. So I guess he will have his chance.
Oh no! No! Sorry, Max. Contact between Melanade and JP. Melanade lost the braking point, and he lost it completely. And Saab has got Melanade has gone off track. He completely lost the braking point. I'm wondering if his front wing's all right. To be fair, I thought it was front wing damage from that bump, but he needs to sort himself out with that car as quickly as possible, but hopefully that's not going to compromise too much. If you are joining the stream, good evening to you all. We do apologise if you notice any issues with the stream or with the buffering. Not sure what's happening at the minute, but we do apologise for any technical faults as we speak. But if you like what you see so far from what you can see here in the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. We're on lap 15 of 31. We're just at the halfway marker. So if you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live race itself. What's up, Max?
Well, look at the gap between Partitrev and GPH. It's only 1 second point 2. I mean, I don't understand. Was it that close between both drivers? I'm really surprising. I thought it was around 3 seconds or something like that. I don't know if it was a mistake from Partitrev, but wow, he's really, really close, really putting the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you are right. JBH was the gap. It must have been Partitrev made a massive mistake, which brought JBH. He's got a massive chance for him to get another podium. So we have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But Partitrev is doing a fantastic stuff at the moment, holding on, but he's under a second. So JBH has got a chance with the DRS if he can keep that momentum going. So yeah, mad scenes. But it looks like Partitrev is under a lot of pressure from JBH, Max.
Yeah, and as Smoke mentioned it in the chat, GPH, well, I was going to say that GPH will be in position to undercut Partitrev, but I think that Partitrev realized it and he wanted to avoid that undercut at any cost, and that's why he decided to pit now. And we have yellow flag, but I don't know, sector 1.
There's nothing on sector 1, I don't know what's happened there. I was trying to see that if there was any issues with the wing, but it looks like there was none, so they'll be alright. It looks like Bruce Lee still putting the pressure on Saab. Nigel Gash, Svilas got himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so that's not good news for him. JBH needs to pull the laps away to stand any chance. But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to have a quick look at the gap between JBH and Partitrev is 26 seconds. 26 seconds. Now, that's going to be tight for the pit stops.
Yeah, that's going to be super tight. And Partitrev, he got a clear track ahead, so it's going to help him. GPH, he got 56% of ERS. He should go with all his ERS, but I think he's trying to save ERS as well. I'm really surprised because. Maybe he's thinking that he will stay behind anyway. He doesn't have any chance to be in front, so he save ERS for later. Spiller. Safety car! We have it, Malc.
I did say I was going to have the first safety car. Well, at least one safety car this evening, and we have got it. Unfortunately, it was from Spillers.
It's a disaster. I think it's a disaster for Partitrev, no? Because it will give the lead to GPH, that's for sure. It's
absolutely
a disaster for Partitrev.
Absolutely. JBH has got the advantage now. Partitrev, top 2, have gone into the pits now. So this is where, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, this is where the situation as it stands, the drivers who are in the pits, they should have the advantage on the mediums. Now JBH, remember, JBH and Partitrev, they started off on the mediums. Someone else has started off on the mediums as well. But unfortunately, Rain says JBH has been given the golden ticket here. He has got himself an absolute ticket. To be fair, he found the winning ticket at the minute. At the minute, anyway. But anything could happen, couldn't it, Max?
Yeah, GPH in front. I was expecting Partitrev to lose more position. So with P2, it's not I was going to say it's not that costly. Obviously, he's losing the lead of the race. So it was not the convenient time for the safety car to come out for Partitrev, that's for sure. And plus, the thing is that he got basically a whole tire just behind him. And GPH and Partitrev, they are P1 and P2, and basically they are the only drivers without tires. It's going to be really interesting, really tense, as always.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see everything. Good evening to Simon, how you doing, mate? You're right, I hope you came well. This is 2 weeks in a row for JPH. He's been very lucky. Twice in a row has got himself into a good position and took the advantage of the pit strategy itself. Unfortunately for Svilas, he is out of the race, and unfortunately for him, he will leave the garage and will return next week for around 7. So, as things stand at the minute, on lap 17:31, our first, you heard that right, our first safety car of the evening. They've done well, to be fair. The drivers have done well to hold on to avoid any safety cars. But unfortunately for Svillas, he's the casualty driver of it all. But I do agree with you, Max. Sorry, Max.
Jack, Malc. Yeah, look at Jack. He's P5. He's back into this race. Well, of course, he's got like 6 lap old medium tires, but he's with the guy in front. So, I mean, this is really convenient for him. I mean, he made the right call choosing not to pit. Of course, it would be harder for him, but I think he got the pace to try to stay with the different battles, etc. So yeah, it's really nice.
Plans out as things stand, but at the moment, Jack he could have a chance of getting himself a few positions. But remember, he's already 6 laps, lot already used, set with based on everyone else on those fresh mediums itself. With the top 2. Yeah, the top 2 are going to be absolutely screaming on those hard tyres. They will be screaming because they've got to hold on and try to avoid all this carnage of everyone on those medium tyres to overtake. But it was it just all depends on a massive situation for these drivers tonight. So, but yeah, I mean, Max, what's your thoughts of the race so far?
Well, I think it's really interesting because, well, even if when we didn't have the safety car, it was already interesting. But with that, I mean, I think it's one of the we have safety car in this lap, but I think it's the first time that I see a grid where you have basically the first 2 drivers with hard tires, and then you have like basically all the other drivers with medium tires. And the drivers with the medium tire, they have to try to overtake as soon as possible, because toward the end of the race, the hard tires, they will have the advantage. So GC Batigol, he got to do his move really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. And the safety car will be coming in on this lap because everyone's all bunched up. JPH needs to get a good exit. I'll say that again, he needs to get a good exit, because otherwise the medium tyres are hungry for the top 3. But here we go. Can JPH needs to get a good start, and one of the Ferrari drivers that goes into the pits. I think that might be Spud, but JPH has got pulled away massively, and we're back live racing. It looks like Jack and Cost. Oh, Cost is on and on. Cost is on and on for dear life against Jack for fourth place. But
trying to get that P4 from Cost, but it allowed Eric Pancake's teammate of course to overtake Jack, so not ideal for him. He would try to regain that position, but as we've just mentioned, with his old medium tire, it will be harder for him, that's for sure. And oh, what happened? I think we have a contact at the back of the grid. I think it's Meronado.
So Meronado has just got himself dropped down in 15th place. So Mads seems to be fair. So
and Jack, he managed to get that position back. I think Cost made a mistake, and he was P4 and now he's P6.
Yeah, so absolutely mad start for Jack. He needs to get that good start, and now Cost, those tyres are going to be really warming up now. So Cost will need to push on. So Spurs goes up the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's not good news. Ovic Red and Mikey have also got 3-second time penalties, at least time penalties for during the race itself. But we're on lap 20 of 31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. And yeah, so absolutely fantastic racing. It looks like the Mercedes, JP trying battling out against Saab, but cannot do anything about it at the moment. But we'll just keep on watching it, because he might make the move in a minute. Wait and see how everything all plans out at the moment. Yellow flag set as 2. What happens to Nitrogash?
Yeah, I don't know. He's in the middle of the track. He's trying to get back. on his wheels. But yeah, don't know what happened, but it's P15 for now. And yeah, GC Batigol doesn't seem to be in position for now to be able to challenge Party Trev. He will have to wait for the rest. And we have Jack and Coast. Yeah, Jack is beginning to struggle already.
Yeah, I have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But Cost is really on putting on a lot of pressure for putting the pressure on Jack for 5th place. So just wait and see how everything all plans out. So just wait and see how Sab and JP try to put the pressure on now. But like I said, DRS should be enabled, and it is. DRS should be enabled now. So we will hopefully get this DRS train. Might see a few DRS trains, Max.
Yeah, I don't know if GPH maybe is telling himself like, should I extend the gap as quickly as possible on Party Trev? But the thing is that if Party Trev keeps DRS on GPH, he will be able to defend from GC Batigol. And for now, GPH must be worried about the guys with the medium tires behind. As we have another yellow flag, we have a collection of yellow flag, and it's Tier Spud. The main straight line, not an ideal race for the Ferrari, and off is ready to the pit. So yeah, safety car didn't benefit to all drivers. Well, we have plenty of yellow flags. I'm lost. It's Spud, really he's struggling so much.
Max, you're doing well, mate. That's all I'm going to say to you. You're doing very well. Yeah, there is so much carnage and so many yellow flags, you just never know what's going to happen. But it was from Spud in 16th place, still battle between 5th, 6th and 7th place with Jack, Cost and Sab. Cost really needs to make this move. He had a fantastic podium last week in the British Grand Prix, but Jack of all trades, who had he was on his who won last week, sorry, that was his 3rd podium in a row, is under a lot of pressure to lose out on another podium. So that run, hopefully that's not going to kick off too much, but hopefully we'll see how everything plans as we stand. But yeah, Cost with that DRS. Jack needs to push on, but the tyres, you can tell the tyres are at optimum stuff. So Spud again lost it on the 2nd sector, yellow flag
yeah,
still.
He doesn't have tyres anymore, so he has to get into the pits because I think his car is undrivable.
Yeah, I think Melanade lost it at the last corner. Do apologise, Max. Melanade lost it at the last corner. Oh, Cost!
Oh no, Party Trev!
What's happened to Party Trev?
He spun at the exit of the corner all by himself. Oh, what a disaster. Another race, I mean the race is not over, but another race where he was in 1st position for a major part of the race, and it turns out to be a disaster once again.
Again, I told you the consistency in the race. He has not hit 2nd gear or 3rd gear. He'd go up to 5th gear in the qualifying loads of times this season, get past the 1st gear or 2nd gear into the racing itself. But he has been struggling again. But again, it just all depends. I don't know whether it's the pressure on the racing itself, or it's just made mistakes galore. But again, when I was speaking to Jack and JPH last week, they have.
Yeah, so for Jack, the mission is damage limitation, because considering that GPH is in front, GC Batigol once again won between GPH. He doesn't have Party Trev anymore between himself and P1. He got better tires for now, but I think in 4 to 5 laps it will switch. GPH will have better tires, and then I think it will be impossible to go for the win. So GC Batigol, those are critical laps. He really needs to close the gap. Is within DRS, and he has to try something. He has to try something with the next 3 laps but he showed great pace in qualification, and he's fighting for the win for now. So it must be an amazing feeling for him.
9/10 at the minute now. While that's going, Cost is getting close to Jack for 4th. We've got Polytrip getting close to JP for 7th place. But we'll have to look at well, I was going to have a look at JC Bat, but he was 9/10. But Pancakes...
He made a mistake, like a slight mistake, but it cost him the DRS, so not ideal at all.
No, not ideal at all. Oh, Jack is really... Oh! Cost!
Oh.
Cost is lucky that he didn't lose out completely to Sab for 5th place. But, again, the drivers are absolutely... Well, majority of the drivers are absolutely lucky in this race itself. Polytrev is getting close to JP. So we'll have a look at that quickly. Looks like Polytrev's got the chance to make the move on the inside. Yes, he's really pushing through the barriers at this moment, and he's pushing on to try and catch up to Sab in 6th place, Max.
Yeah, he will have time maybe to challenge Sab and Cost, but for the podium it will be much harder. GC Batigol, yeah, he had managed to reduce that gap once again, but he really needs to stay calm. Be as close as possible in the next DRS. Stay really close. Yeah, he looks to be in a strong position. Well, the thing is that GC Batigol, he doesn't have ERS, and GPH, he got full amount of DRS, like 80%.
So
GC Batigol is really trying really hard.
Whoa! Oh my days! Oh! What a move! Oh no!
Oh no, Jack!
JPH and Jack, the two drivers were in the top 3 last week. They are absolutely spun out and lost out a few positions. And that is not good news for Jack. That is not good news for JPH. Unbelievable. See, JC Bat has got himself a chance to pull away. So yeah, what happened, Max?
Well, what is ironic a little bit is that GPH, he made a mistake, and then Jack, I think he saw the mistake from GPH, he tried to avoid the McLaren, and then he spun out as well. And he would have had the chance to overtake his rival in the for the Drivers' Championship, but now Jack P7, GPH P3. But the GC Batigol now he has a huge opportunity to win that race, because GPH, he has to overtake Eric Pancakes and then try to close that gap to GC Batigol. And I think GPH, he will be able to do that in the very last laps of this race because of his hard tires.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out at the moment. But still, Bruce is getting close to JP. But also, we'll have to wait and see how everything all plans out. We've got Cost and JPH also getting close, so we'll have to have a look at that now quickly. So, this is what we...
For him.
So, Jack, unfortunately for him, it's going from bad to worse on this race. But
yeah,
to be fair though, it all happened from that incident earlier on in that race. That's all that was. As soon as he got caught by that, he lost it completely because he had to pit early with those medium tyres. He's got to do 5 more laps. Offik Red has retired. Offik Red has retired at Sector 1. I believe that is Turn 3.
Yeah.
Turn 3. So he is off, but safety car's not out. So safety car is very lucky, because if JC Bat, Eric Pancakes, JPH is keeping up with the top 2. So that's still good news for JPH. But Cost and Sab has got us a chance to spoil the party.
Yeah, we were talking about Sab. I mean, it's really impressive for him. He's quite far from Cost because he doesn't have DRS yet. But if there are some struggle ahead of him, maybe he will be able to get that podium position. And the podium for the moment, it's really uncertain, because Cost is putting pressure with GPH. So yeah, GPH, he got to manage both AlphaTauri.
Yeah, absolutely. JBH is trying everything he can to manage. Yeah, he's right. He's in an AlphaTauri sandwich as well with the McLaren topping itself with that hard tyres to try and hold on into that top 3 position. But Eric Pancakes is 7/10 closer to JC Bat with 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Can anyone try and stop JC Bat? Yellow flag set to 2. I believe
It's
that.
Tall.
What was that? Sorry, it's
think.
Tal. Yeah, Tal, who lost that in the second sector. But yeah, mad scenes to be fair in the top 2. We haven't got a dramatic ending in the F2 race last night, but we've got some dramatic endings itself. We've got one of the drivers. I think that might be Mikey. Mikey's lost out. Mikey, come on, you can do it. That's what's going to happen. Top 4, well, top 5. Let me just double check again, mate. Let me just double check. Top 5 are 4 seconds. 4 seconds, the gap.
Yeah, it's an amazing end of a race. I think we can set the record for the most yellow flags in one race, that's for sure, because we have yellow flags at basically every lap. But wow, this is so uncertain, so tense, Malc, because Eric Pancakes is really closing that gap to GC Batigol, but both drivers, they don't have ERS, and GPH, as always, he managed to get a little bit of ERS.
Oh!
Will be, oh no, Eric Pancakes, mistake.
Oh no, he's trying to save ERS. He's trying to save that ERS. You could see from the back of the car. Oh my god, Cost. The 2 teammates, Eric Pancakes and Cost, they need. Oh no!
Oh no!
What happened? The camera went from the front, and Eric Pancakes has dropped so down. Sorry, mate.
Both AlphaTauri touched. Both AlphaTauri touched. I mean, guys, no, that's such a shame. They were like P3, P4, so it would have been an amazing result. And they touched. And now it will be mostly between GC Batigol and GPH for the win. Will GPH be able to close that gap with 3 to 4 laps remaining with his hard tires? That's the question, the main question.
To be honest, I can't see that happening. I can't see it happening. If JC Bat, if he doesn't make any mistakes from now to the end of the race, he'll win the race itself. But Saab has got himself a chance. I say that again. Saab has got himself a chance of getting himself into the podium, and this will be a monumentous achievement if you can put the pressure on Cost, who got the podium last week at the British Grand Prix. This is absolutely insane. So JP drops down to 8th, Bruce Lee in 7th place. But mad start, shall we say. A yellow flag set to 3. That is, I believe, Mikey. It is, it's Mikey. He lost out underneath the bridge section. That is not good news for Mikey, Max.
Yeah, and as you've just mentioned, GPH for the moment, he doesn't close that gap with GC Batigol. I mean, for him, I mean, of course the win will be great, but he's quite ahead of all the title contenders, so P2 will be an amazing result for him. Saab is really in position to get that podium, because he's only 7/10 behind Cost. He will have the ERS advantage. Cost got a little bit more of ERS, but I think it's not enough to defend that well. But yeah, so Saab is got to go for it, and he has to manage Patrick behind, but it's 1 second behind. He got a time penalty, so he should be clear.
Yeah, remember Polytrev has got himself a penalty. Let me just recap for the guys. 3 seconds. Whoever got the penalties, they've all got at least 3 seconds worth of time penalties. So Polytrev, JP2311, Tal, Mikey, O'Steven and Spud, they've all got 3 seconds at least. So Polytrev will not get himself into the top 3, but he needs to try and pull away to hold. He'll drop himself down to 6. That is his best position after penalties galore. But Saab, 2 laps to go, Max. 2 laps to go. Saab is getting closer and closer to Cost.
Yeah, he will not be able to do the move for now, so it means that he will have one last opportunity during the last lap, because now, except a mistake from Cost, it will be basically impossible to overtake. So his job now is to manage to be as close as possible to Cost, and then try to overtake him at the last GRS detection zone. So
yeah.
it's not an easy job, that's for sure, and Cost will not be overtaking that easily. But yeah, it's what an end of a race we have, and I think GC Batigol is safe for now for his first win of the season.
Yeah. JC Bat, I believe so. We'll get that confirmed in a moment or two, but at the moment we can't lose out on the race itself. But it looks like Cost is still holding on. Saab, I forgot to mention, Saab had only minimal ERS. Cost has got at least 20% of that ERS, so that is useful for him. But Saab needs to try and do something. They're on the final lap now. They're on the final lap of this Singapore Grand Prix, the manic race of the Singapore Grand Prix. JC Bat, his first podium was back in the Austrian Grand Prix. That was his great achievement. That was his first ever podium in the Invictus Racing League. This will be his first win. You were right, Max. This will be his first ever win at Invictus. And what a way to do it at the Singapore Grand Prix, with mistakes galore and keeping composure. But the battle between the last podium position is really heated up, because Cost and Saab have got a chance of a lifetime to see who will try and hold on, Max.
Yeah, only 4 tenths. It will be really hard for Saab because he doesn't have a lot of opportunities at the remaining parts of the track, but he will try to put the pressure until the end on Cost. For GC Batigol, he's really close to glory. He's done like a perfect race without any. Of course, there was this incident with Jack, so maybe it will be reviewed after the race. But apart from that, he managed to stay well on the track, avoiding any mistakes, and now he's flying away to victories.
Oh my days! Saab nearly went to the back. I think he just a tiny touch to Cost, and again another time. No contact! Contact Saab. Saab's gone ahead. Cost has dropped down to 5th. He lost that completely, and Saab and JC Bat. I'm so sorry, mate. JC Bat has won the Singapore Grand Prix. Well done to him. JPH finishes off in 2nd. Saab will finish off in 3rd. Eric Pancakes for Polytrev will drop down to 5th. But that is a good result for Polytrev. After the struggles that he had, that was a good result. Cost in 6th. Bruce Lee in 7th. JP2311 is in 8th. Nigel in 9th. Tal in 10th. Menonade 11th. O'Steven 12th. And Mikey will be in 13th place. But we'll watch this battles go on. But yeah,
well, to add to the misery of Jack, I think he's retired on the last lap. So complete nightmare. GC Batigol, and I mean, as I've mentioned, a really amazing win for him. But I don't know if the incident with Jack will be reviewed after the race. So GPH P2, amazing race. He is really gaining some points on his main rivals. With Saab, I mean, it's an amazing P3, but I'm pretty sure the incident with Cost will be reviewed after the race. So I guess we will have a lot of work to be made by the stewards after the race. But we had another classic race. It was amazing to watch, thanks to all the F3 drivers.
Absolutely, and we'll get the classification in a moment or two, guys. So bear with us a sec. We are trying very hard to get ourselves set up. And here we go. Well done to JC Bat. His first ever win at Invictus. His 2nd podium of the season. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And he'll be absolutely delighted with his win at the Singapore Grand Prix. Well done to him. Well done to JPH on those hard tyres. I think he'll be a little bit livid not to get that that first, but he'll be absolutely delighted to finish off in second place. And Saab, a bit of a contact at the end between himself and Cost, will finish off in third, but again, that will probably be one of the talking points as well. We'll see what's going to happen so far when we bring the top 3 drivers in. And here are your race classification F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. JC Bat, well done to him, started off in second place and he finished off in first. Well done to him. JPH in second, Saab in third, Eric Pancakes fourth, Polytrev fifth, Cost 6th, Bruce Lee 7th, JP2311 is in 8th, Nojagash is in 9th, Tal in 10th, Melanade 11th, Oh Steven 12th, Mikey 13th, Jack 14th, unlucky for him, he had a bad race today, Spud in 15th, same with him as well, Offic Red in 16th, Spillers 17th, and Jolly in 18th place. Offic Red, Spillers and Jolly, they've all had the confirmed DNFs during this race. Mad scene. So we'll get the top 3 drivers in of JC Bat, Saab, and also JPH to hear their thoughts of the race itself. But I'd like to hear what they were going to say. But be right back, guys. We'll be back in about a few minutes' time. So don't go anywhere. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League on the PlayStation platform, brought to you in partnership with gridfinder.com. I'd like to thank Max. Unfortunately, he's got to shoot off just after the race, so thank him for the co-coms as always each and every single week. We have got the top 3 drivers of JC Bat, his first ever win at Invictus, his second podium of the season. JPH, another podium on the bounce, and extended his lead in the drivers' standings as usual. And Sab for his podium position as well in third place. So we have to wait and see how everything goes. But guys, this is what we're going to love about. This is the interviews now. So we're going to talk with Sab first. Sab, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. I'll be honest, I totally didn't expect to be sat here talking to you right now. I just didn't have pace tonight. I tried to just keep it clean, and at the end I have to say, I don't know if you caught it on stream, but on my game, I've saved all my recordings, but on my game it said Cosmesi had run out of fuel, and suddenly he was very slow, and there was literally nothing I could do to avoid him. As he went through the corner, it was like he pulled the handbrake on, and I couldn't really avoid him. And luckily, it didn't like put him in the wall or anything. But I had to go round him there at that point. It just felt like his car had pulled the handbrake on him. I took third place. Obviously, if it goes to the stewards, then I'll share my footage and stuff. But just sat here talking to you is a real surprise, because I'll be honest, I was aiming for like top 7, top 8 tonight. I just wanted to keep it clean, and I think safety car helped. I managed to jump a few cars, and some guys spun out in front of me. I saw Party Trev lose it in front of me. He was really pushing me at the end, even on those hard tyres. But to finish at third is a huge surprise.
Yeah, I think you beat me to it, Sab, to be honest, about what happened with the last corner, because I did not. I caught the just before the bridge section, but we'll have a look at it again afterwards. But that's what I wanted to ask from your point of view, because it looked like from our stream, it looked like that you touched the back of Cost. Nothing malicious or anything like that, but I don't know whether Cost had lost fuel or anything like that, because he did lose out massively near the end, so I'm guessing that was the fuel situation. But I thought I'd better ask you from that perspective, but you beat me to it, Sab, so
yeah.
But yeah, thank you for clarifying, because we wasn't sure from our point of view what happened, because we don't know if it was an issue on the lobby or anything like that, so we wasn't sure completely. But from your perspective, it's still a monumentous achievement to get a podium, at least on the toughest track, I think, Singapore.
Yeah, I totally agree. I wasn't. I had no real preparation. I've been away for most of the week with my girlfriend, and I'd got in and only managed to do barely an hour's practice before this evening. And most of that practice was involved kissing the wall, so it didn't look good going into this race, but I just kept saying to myself, keep it clean and hopefully pick up places. And like I say, just sat here talking to us is a real shock, and hopefully I can build on this going into Japan next week and start scoring regular points, because that's what I need to do.
Yes, and I was going to say one more thing from you, mate. Is you've had? I'm looking at the results from this season. You've had 2 DNFs, but 2 lots of points. I think it was an 8th and a 5th before tonight's race. So, as again, do you think going to Japan now, hopefully this will be the catalyst now to get some more decent points now from your perspective?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I know I'm not as quick as it's like these guys who are in the podium with us, but all I aimed to do this season was just be consistently scoring points. If it picked up a podium here and there, then great, but overall I just wanted to be in the top 10. It obviously gets frustrated when you get DNF so you don't score points, but if I can just from now on be consistent with scoring points, then just see where I end up at the end of the season. I'm not expecting to be like pushing championships or anything like that, not a chance, but I just want to be able to compete and score points, and if tonight's anything to go by, then fingers crossed that'll be good for the rest of the season.
We'll have to wait and see how everything goes, but yeah, Japan next week. I wish you all the very best of luck, mate. Well done for tonight.
Thank you.
In the top 3. You can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, but congratulations on getting third. No worries, mate. Well done to Sab for getting third place. Absolutely fantastic stuff. JPH, again, another podium. Well done, mate, with that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's should have been a different step of it, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, watching it from that perspective, and I know probably Sab will mention about this as well just before about the start of the lobby. I think everyone got caught off guard a bit with the tyre strategy to start with, because majority of the people started off on the hards, but you and Polytrev, and I think it was someone else, went onto the medium tyre. So did you expect to try and get the undercut from this race?
Well, it was something like me and Bruce were kind of talking about during the week, to be honest, with strategy, because, I mean, we're very well known for alternate strategies to everyone else. But the idea tonight was basically looking for a potential early safety car, because being Singapore, 19 drivers on the grid, I was kind of thinking there's bound to be a safety car in like the first 12 laps. I mean, it did come, I mean, a bit later than I was expecting it to, but yeah, that was the general idea. I think the hard to medium was probably the quicker strategy, but it doesn't give you many options if that safety car does come, so that was kind of the thought pattern behind it.
Fair enough, but you had a great battle, correct me if I'm wrong, you had a great battle in at the start of the race, because you had a great battle with Jack until there was you got stuck behind, but everyone was saying in the chat that you're losing out so much time on Polytrev. Polytrev, who had a great race up to near the end of the race, something happened to him as well. So from that perspective, that safety car has helped you again this week. Do you agree with that, JPH?
It's definitely helped. I mean, I in terms of Trev, he drove quite well in the first part of the stint, but I think he probably overdrove the car a little bit by the seems of it, because he was losing a chunk of time near the end. So I wonder if he was trying to pack his bags and go at the start, and try and make hay, but come the latter part of that stint, once I got some clean air, I started nipping away from him, so it definitely helped get me past him, because I think I'd have been behind him coming out of the pits if it was normal conditions. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time really I've been comfortable at Singapore on any F1 game, so that partially helped with a bit of pace.
Absolutely. And one more question from you, May, before you shoot off is, you're on a streak now of third podium in a row. We've got Japan next week, so do you think you get your fourth podium in a row as we speak?
I mean, it'd be nice, but we'll see. I mean, we just got to keep plugging away, taking points. I think at the moment, you know, got a nice little gap in both championships at the moment for drivers and constructors. So I think the main aim is just making sure you get consistent points now to the end, and try and manage that, whether that be a podium or not, really.
Let's wait and see. But well done, JPH, for second place again. I feel like you got a seat in the chair itself. So well done for you for this week's race. But I wish you all the very best of luck for next week's Japanese Grand Prix. Well done to you, mate.
Cheers, thank you, mate.
Nice one. And the winner, we're gonna have a drum roll. JC Bat has won the fantastic race of the Singapore
podium. That's where I want to be especially after two very bad races and quali ban. This time it wasn't me that early started, but that early start also affected me this time. Yeah, and now I understand, because I wanted to start on mediums as well. But I guess I got lucky. It was mega lucky. Safety car. In the end, it was a bit tricky to hold the mediums, and we saw some guys spinning, and I also lost it sometimes. But yeah, it was intense. Hopefully I didn't damage too much, especially Jack's race. Maybe I did, so my apologies to him.
Yeah, I was going to say, you and Jack had a bit of a scrap heap challenge, shall we say, like battle between you two.
It was very slow.
Yeah, so and we did see the contact between the two during the race itself, but again, I'm sure Jack will be watching this back, and he would accept the apology itself. But hopefully, that's not going to compromise too much from your both's perspective. But I mean, you got your first podium back in Austria, round 2, and then you got yourself a first win in round 6 at Invictus. So are we going to see some more podiums from you now, JC, from now on?
Yeah, that's the point, of course. That's the point, to be at least close to it more times, and don't have races like Spain. And if you I realized that you have to practice a bit. And I was a bit away from the game those 2 weeks, and the evidence is clear. So yeah, I'll keep practicing in the day, especially in the day of the race. It's very important.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how everything plans out from your perspective. But JC, well done, congratulations! You are a winner of the Singapore Grand Prix. Congratulations, mate. Well done. Go on,
Cheers.
Go and get some champagne, get some fantastic drinking as well. So, yeah, so well done to JC Batt for his winning of the Singapore Grand Prix. Thank you also to JBH and also to Sab for their top 3 finishes of the podiums itself. This has been the longest race on the Singapore Grand Prix. Not as long as if you had the wet conditions itself, but I'll tell you what, guys, dramatic scenes, absolutely fantastic scenes, and need to watch it back. But again, I do apologise, I'm saying this in advance now, I do apologise if there's been any buffering or any issues during the stream. I'm not sure exactly what's happening from my end itself, but hopefully that they're all been settled as well, so we do apologise. But for the final time of asking, please make sure you like, subscribe to the Invictus Racing League on the YouTube channel for all the live